If a person from the Middle Ages time traveled to today, what's the first thing you'd say to them? Story 1. Hey buddy, I do not know if you understand me, but we have to get you to a hospital. The microbes in the free air have advanced a few 100,000 generations from back in your day, and you will die soon unless we can get a whole lot of antibodies into you immediately. Story 2. It would be difficult for them to understand what you are saying because of the Great Vowel Shift. This was a series of changes in the pronunciation of the English language that took place primarily between 1400 and 1700. Story 3. Let us go to McDonald's. That would be so interesting to see that person get food instantly. There is so much technology and advancement in one place, plus consumerism and materialism, that I would just love to sit back and watch this person go through the experience. Story 4. To be honest, whatever we said, they probably wouldn't be able to understand a word of it. English dialect has changed so much. But the first thing to do would be hygiene and a medical assessment. They will have come from a time without modern medicine or antibiotics, without modern sanitation, without effective treatment for parasites, and malnutrition was commonplace then. If they are a peasant, that would be especially important, but all strata of society would need skin assessments for ulcers, infections, and parasites. If they are female, they would need a pregnancy test too, unless they are obviously elderly. And they would need a blood test for pathogens and isolation to protect them from our pathogens. All flu and COVID-19 pandemic pathogens would hit them at once: Spanish flu, COVID-19, etc. Spanish flu still circulates, but we have inherited immunity to it. So it would be a strange experience for them, unable to understand our speech, police cordons, swept away in an ambulance by doctors in protective suits, taken into a huge hospital, and then into an isolation ward. Once healthy, stable, properly nourished, and immunized, they would be ready to meet educators for literacy, psychologists, historians, and the press. I think they would probably wish they had never come here. They would probably have their own social media accounts and become a global celebrity. Story 5. I would say, do not be alarmed. There are still entire sections of the world that pray to the same God, live, and behave like the neighbor you had 10 minutes ago. You will feel right at home. Sigh. Story 6. Listen, I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I will do my best to explain, but you got to understand a lot of time has passed, so there's a lot we just instinctively take for granted that may be totally new to you. So for now, you are going to just have to trust what I am saying, even if you do not quite understand the how. First things first, there is a bathroom. You can relieve yourself in that seat over there, and then press that lever and water takes it away. The basin next to that has levers that make water come out. This one is cold, that one is hot. Wash your hands when you are done. That is really important. After that, we are going to the doctor. It is hard to explain, but medicine and diseases have both come a long way, and since you are not from here, you can get sick pretty easily. Trust me on that one. Story 7. Are you okay? I am going to call a paramedic. If someone from the Middle Ages arrived at our present time, the differences are so severe that the world would be almost unrecognizable to them. They would likely faint or think they were going crazy. Story 8. Good oral hygiene and looking after your back are crucial. Seriously, anywhere I check, when the question is asked about regrets, either not looking after your teeth or your back tend to be in the top 6. Story 9. My first thought is that they are a fellow medieval reenactor. I will look for clues about rank and kingdom. When the language and technical gap becomes apparent and it seems clear they are from medieval Europe, I will go through my friends for someone with the necessary language skills so we can communicate. Then headphones, because the modern world is noisy as anything. Yeah, username checks out. Story 10. If you can understand me, you are going to die. The Middle Ages period lasted between 476 AD, Anno Domini, and ended in the 1400s. You're about to get the 1,000-year advanced germs from me and keel over before our medicine can help you. You're in trouble. Story 11. Hey dude, almost everyone you see has a powerful device. It has access to the entirety of human knowledge and can allow you to talk to people on the far corners of the world, and it fits in your pocket. It's crazy. We, however, strictly use it to look at cute cat videos and take photos of our dinners. Pats on shoulder. Welcome to the 21st century, mate. Story 12. We need to get you to a doctor. Cover your eyes. Man is not meant to see what you will. Said person needs to be isolated and blindfolded. There is going to be too much going on for them on the way to the hospital. I'd tell the person at the hospital the following: I'm not sure how, but this person needs to be treated as if they never received pathogen exposure. Once the cops show up, that's where it gets really crazy. Story 13. I would show them into my modest home and explain that most people have something similar with heating and air conditioning and indoor plumbing. Then I would explain to them that there is this group of people like me called millennials, and a good portion of them are actually convinced we have it worse than any other generation. Story 14. Am fero linguam tuum veteremesi, nemo te potus deduver, antiquam quaeris essae latine loquar, non. Ego iestisio haec verba ad explicandum hoc tibi, since he probably doesn't speak English. Story 15. This is my boomstick. Yes, we have horseless carriages, we have harnessed the power of lightning, and the buildings are a lot bigger, but people are still terrible. You get used to it. Oh, that? Oh yes, that's an airplane. Some of our horseless carriages can fly. We even sent one to the moon once. No, I'm serious. Story 16. I possess a device in my pocket that is capable of accessing the entirety of information known to man. I use it to look at pictures of cats and get into arguments with strangers. Ian Leslie. Story 17. So, assuming they can understand me, I would explain that they need to live in a bubble until we can get them inoculated. I might tell them we have a cure for a multifaceted plague, but they need to come with me quickly to gain protection before they succumb.